Here are 10 lessons I've learned from my first time ever doing fitness coaching after the end of my second week. Now, this is an ongoing video series on fitness coaching and how I invested in a bodybuilding YouTuber to train me personally in coaching. I'm here at Chipotle fitting because I need to hit my macronutrients. And so that's my first tip. It's really tough to hit those nutrients, and I've gained a lot of respect for the amount of work that people have to put in to really see physique. I currently have double meat here for this burrito bowl, and it's maybe still only going to hit 40 grams of protein. I need to hit 160 per day. So beyond this, I have to cook, I have to shop, and then I have to go to the gym 5 days a week for at least an hour, if not 2 hours. It usually averages out to an hour and a half. So it's a lot of work, and that doesn't include the cooking and eating portion of it. So that's the first big tip I learned. Second lesson I learned from this is you have to check your coaching services to read all the fine print before you invest in a coach. I learned after I signed on. And he was kind of vague about this. He just said, this is coaching. But after I purchased, that's when I found out that I would only be getting access to him via text message. So I wouldn't see his face. I wouldn't be able to talk to him on Zoom or anything. And so that was kind of a letdown. You might be like, well, you probably think it's not worth it anymore. I still think it's worth it because I'm noticing a drastic change in how I eat and how often I work out. I haven't missed a single thing that he's told me to do in terms of macros and workouts. Well, sometimes I'll miss the macros slightly, but I'm very proud of myself. It's been very tough. And so I think in that vein, it's still worth it. But I'm very much losing a human touch to it because, he's not willing to get on any calls or Zooms or anything. If anything, he seems very busy. Like, he'll be very quick to answer any text messages. He's even asked to limit the text messages I send, which is, not the best taste in my mouth. So I just don't regret the training, but I wouldn't say I would return for a second training. Number 3, I learned that you can still have a little bit of indulgence every day. In the first week, for the most part, I was just looking for the healthiest foods possible to keep my fats under 75 grams, which is really hard to do, and keep proteins high. And I ate a lot of lean meat, and it was really tough. It was only later that I realized, well, I still had like 20 grams of fat I could use. And so I could indulge in like a little ice cream cone or something. But I didn't realize that until later because I was just trying to eat the healthiest foods possible, and I figured going under is better. But not necessarily. Tip number 4, sugars don't matter. So he told me this, and then I fact-checked it online with scientific research and stuff. Currently drinking a bit of soda, not a ton, but sodas and sugary foods or drinks, it's really the carbs that you gotta be careful of because those can add up really quickly. But the sugars themselves, my coach told me it doesn't matter. You can eat as much sugar as you want as long as you stay within your macros. And there's been a lot of research. Dr. Mike Israetel of Renaissance Periodization, he did a whole YouTube video on it. And he's shown that scientifically, the amount of sugars you eat, even if you eat a lot more than someone else with the same macros, it doesn't lead to weight gain or lack of health. It's really when the sugars lead to you to overeat a lot and go way beyond your macros that it causes issue. So check out that video for a lot more details. 5th lesson I learned is do it in a sustainable manner. So this coach and this program is pretty hard. I'm 5 days on and so forth. In my head, this is a personal learning. I decided that once I'm done with this program, it's for 3 months, I'll find something sustainable. Maybe it's not going to be as rigid as this program. Maybe I'll have like 10 grams more fats every day. Maybe I won't work out 5 days a week. Maybe it's 4, but it's something I can actually sustain rather than just burn out and then quit completely. So I'm going to stop on tip 5 and just remind y'all, thank you so much for watching so far. And also, please keep it positive in the comments. It seems like I put out effort to make these videos, and then the only comment I get, or one of the 2 comments I get, is negative, because the person's not thinking. They just say what they think without realizing that I sometimes read the comments and it's hurtful. So keep it positive in the comments. If you have something snarky to say, keep it to yourself. The last fitness video I did, someone was, immediately they're like, oh, well, I hate to break your heart, but the fitness trainer you chose, he's not natural. And then he made a bunch of assertions about my goals and stuff, like, you wanted a body like his, you're never gonna get it. I never said I wanted a body like his. In fact, I didn't really go into detail about my goals, but don't jump to conclusions. That's the 6th lesson. Don't jump to conclusions about someone's fitness goals. Some people just want to be more healthier. Some people want to just look a little bit bigger or more muscular in the gym. They're not trying to look incredibly jacked. Lesson 7, variety. So I learned that I need variety in my diet. I can't be eating the same Chipotle bowl every day for the rest of my life. And some people can do that, but I found that I have to switch it up. So you have to think about that when eating. Lesson 7, there are a lot of delicious foods with high proteins and low fat. For a while I thought there wasn't, but then I did a lot of research because I had to hit my macros. I found recipes online. I found various things, shrimp, smoked salmon, breaded chicken breast, air fried, tons of things that you can eat. There's even ice cream cones at Chick-fil-A that have like very low fat, but not many calories either, and you can fit them in your macros. Lesson 8, never give up. So guys, I'm in my early 30s. First decade and 2, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure out how to effectively be consistent with my nutrition, and I'm finally starting to do it. And I found a way with this, if it fits your macro system. So don't give up just because you're getting old. Number 9, give yourself a break, give yourself a rest day, make it fun. So it can be kind of a drain going to the gym constantly and working out for so long. So my gym has massage chairs. I like to make it fun by ending with massage. I also like to make the workouts fun. I like to pop in an audiobook or some good music. Anything you can do to make it fun so you don't burn out. And then lesson 10, just realize that you don't have to be perfect. If you mess up a day, I used to be so scared, like, well, I'm going to disappoint the coach, or I'm going to disappoint myself. You don't go get overweight by eating one burger. It's a lifetime of bad habits. So you won't, get in amazing shape by just being in one salad. It's a sustainable long time thing. So if you slip for a day or 2, or you miss a workout, it's not the end of the world. So when I realized that, I was like, it's okay. First off, this coach is not going to care. He's clearly like really busy right now, and so like he like just kind of even responds to text messages really fast. So it's a little disappointing, I feel, but still, like, he's not going to care that much. And so it's really myself. Do I care? And I will, but I haven't missed a day yet. Maybe I will one day. And I think I was just holding myself to such a high standard that it paralyzed myself because I was so scared. I built this up to be so difficult to do. And now that I'm actually hitting my macros, going to the gym every day, hitting all my workouts, it's actually fairly doable. It's tough though, I still have to buy a food scale, weight scale, weigh myself every day and everything, but I'm doing it. And I know that if I do miss a day, it's not the end of the world. If I miss a week, it's not the end of the world. It's really, what will I do sustainably for a lifetime basis? Some people, I've seen the client testimonials, I've seen the transformations of his students. So that's another reason I signed on for this. It wasn't just based on pure BS of just seeing him and saying, oh, he did it so others could. No, there's definitely other factors you can use to choose a coach. There's definitely coaches where you can definitely be scammed like that. to the point of that commenter. But that wasn't the case with me. It's not just assessing how he looks, but I also assessed a lot of his student testimonials and transformations. So point being, I saw his transformations. That's a really good data point to also check before you choose your coach. And then when I did choose them, I saw the growth there, so I know it's possible. So don't beat yourself up. And sustainability too. You know, some of those students, they just wanted to hit a certain physique for a certain event, maybe a competition or the summer. I wanted to do it sustainably for a long, lifetime, eternal, ongoing health basis. So for me, it's okay if I screw up for a day or a week or a month even, as long as I get back on track, because I, in theory, have 30, 40, 50, 60, maybe even 70 years of life left to live. So those are the 10 lessons. Once again, keep it positive in the comments, please. And this is actually, I'm going to announce this. This is going to be the last video on this series until probably the end of this challenge, just because of the interest isn't there. So there's no use making these long videos if no one's watching them. So what I'll do is I'll probably transition to making reports on this on my blog, which is linked below, and on my podcast, which is also linked below. As you can already see on there, there's already a lot more detailed reports about my fitness journey than on my YouTube. So you can read those if you're still interested. But right now I'm just not seeing the views and demand based off the existing YouTube videos I put out on this topic. So if I ever even do a video on this again, it'll probably be once my fitness program is over, which will be about 2.5 months from now, since it's a 3-month training period that I signed on for coaching with, and I'm 2 weeks in. But yeah, I've learned so much already. Check out my blog post. There's like so many bullets in that article on things I've learned beyond the things I've already mentioned here. And once again, you know, vet your coach. I'll probably do a review on this coach to wrap it up. I doubt my opinions will change too much, but yeah, I think one of the things I realized is I prefer human touch, and I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he thought he could scale the practice and make more money by getting more clients and not having to talk to them. But you know, virtual fitness coaching is just really tough, and yeah, it's my expectations didn't meet my reality, and I felt a little disappointed when I don't even get to talk or see him visually. And yeah, I did mention it a couple of times to him. I think I mentioned it like, hey, could I at least like talk to you once so I know it's you and not someone in India? And he ignored the message. Maybe he was too busy and he didn't missed it amongst the other messages, but it was a little bit of a letdown, I would say. But nonetheless, I still don't regret the program. Once again, it's completely changed how I eat in terms of health as well as my physique. So I'm hoping I can keep it up. It is really tough though. Thanks for watching.